What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be going over taking a look at the 4 new cards added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM today, including the point guard, Gervin 100 overall, invincible Paul Millsap, as well as the GOAT Magic Johnson. Yes, we do get a Jarrett Allen card, but I got news for you. I think it's going to be very difficult for me to be very optimistic, very high on what Jarrett Allen gives us. Let's take a look at it, starting with Jarrett Allen. And as we do dive into this thing, please smash that subscribe button. Again, all of these cards are just put into super packs. I thought Jarrett Allen would be 6'10". Instead, the card is only 6'9". Is that what he's been all year long? 6'9"? Yikes. Jarrett Allen, Oscar up run very quick. Yikes. Pro 2 leaner. Garland with Garland. Kemba escape. Giannis cross. The card is 6'9" at this stage. I mean, he's not even better than the 100 overall Tim Duncan that came out, in the Pro Pass, 2-3 seasons ago almost? I mean, Jarrett Allen's not good. I don't know who needs to hear it. But if you're running Jarrett Allen, all I can honestly say is I'm sorry. The card leaves too much to be desired. Gervin up next, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan. Donovan Mitchell, Sexton up run very quick. Pro 2 leaner. Garland with Francis. Kemba escape. Ant moving crossover. Yo, honestly, I was this close to telling you guys Gervin would be a really good point guard for you guys because he's 6'7". I like the release. He's got a good leaner. He's got, Pro 2. He's got Garland with Francis with Kemba. Like, I was so close to telling you Gervin would be elite. And the card's still fine, but he does not have a good moving crossover. Like, if he had De'Aaron Fox moving crossover, I could sit up here and make the case that Gervin is one of your better 100 overall cards in the entire game, right? I could have made that case. Obviously, he's not because, again, doesn't see a moving crossover, which at this stage is super important. Paul Millsap, invincible card up next, 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, hot spots forever, 99s across the board, includes 12 legend badges. Ben Shepherd, Oscar up run very quick. I mean, it's a fine release. It's not necessarily my favorite release, but it's fine. Pro 2, Garland, Steph, Kemba, Luka moving crossover. Again, I get so fed up of why are these cards not seeing good moving crossovers? Like we're late in my opinion at least, we're late enough in the game where it just doesn't make sense for these cards to not see, perfect six, especially if we're talking about like the invincibles. Like, why are invincibles at this stage not saying, the best SIGs in the game? I don't know. I don't get it. It does not make a whole lot of sense to me. But that's where I'm at with things, where it's like, even with Paul Millsap here, yeah, 6'8" at the 2 would be fine. But again, they did not make the card as good as they should have. And so it's really hard for me to be super, optimistic about a card like Paul Millsap here. I'm not hating on him, but it's like, what is there really for me to sit up here and say? I don't know. Yeah, he's 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, but like his release is fine. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. Doesn't even have a good moving crossover. It's really tough. Obviously, you get Magic Johnson as being your main attraction today. Now here's the deal. Cam Thomas, Steph upper on very quick. Pro 2 leaner. Garland, Francis, Steph with the D-Fox. I mean, he is really, really, really good. Is he your best point guard in the game? He's one of them for sure. What does he really give you over a guy like Scottie Pippen? Well, he's got the Steph upper compared to the, Oscar upper. Honestly, the only guy with this, Cam Thomas Steph release is GOAT LaMelo. And so if you like that release, you could honestly make the case that Magic is probably your best point guard in the game if that's, let's say, your favorite release in the game. Now, I'm not trying to sit up here and hype it up too much because even for myself, I don't know how much I truly, love that release. I've never even actually used it because these cards are too expensive. But I do got to give, Magic Johnson some credit just with the sole fact of, like, I'd love the Cam Thomas base. The Steph upper is probably smooth and the card is going to be just fine. Now, if you're wondering, these guys are just included in the best of MyTEAM super pack, right? It's nothing crazy. It's nothing outstanding. All this basically is each and every Tuesday, you do get super packs in MyTEAM, and you can grind for one best of MyTEAM pack. And if you guys are wondering, Ty, why do you always complain about Tuesday drops? Because to me, they're kind of pointless. They're kind of useless. Like, the new cards aren't anything special. Honestly, and this is my approach to it. 2K should give us the opportunity to grind for Millsap, Gervin, and Allen for free. Because to me, the cards are fine, but the cards aren't anything exquisite. And look, we're in almost August. So the fact that this is still the content that 2K is just giving us is, to me, it's like they're begging people to spend money. Now, I know Super Packs, you are guaranteed to pull a GOAT card. I know that, I get that. And if you want to open up Super Packs, do what you guys got to do. But ultimately, to me, it just feels like, today does not feel like a day of content, is really the approach that I would take. Today is just another day of 2K, trying to milk these Super Packs as much as they can, right? That's where we're at. Honestly, for me, just give me more 2K26 news. Because at this stage, there's nothing to play on the game. Like, I'll load up the game quick, play on my No Money Spent Squad series, play a game there. But, like, as far as, grinding game modes, as far as, grinding the events, there's no reason to do that anymore. There's just not, it's just all of these GOAT cards are nearly the same. And I know people are going to get mad at me for saying that, but, like, is there somewhat of a difference? Maybe very slightly, but, like, the difference between Scottie Pippen and Magic Johnson is so minuscule, right? The difference between Magic Johnson and LaMelo Ball is nothing. And so that's where I'm at with all of these cards are getting the same. It's basically the same SIG, same releases. We saw Jokic last week at 6'11", with some of the best SIGs in the game. And so how are we supposed to be hype about a Magic Johnson, a week later? That's where I'm at with the game. Honestly, it's impossible for me to be super hype about this game at this stage, and honestly about any sort of content drops, especially if it's just the Super Pack content drop. So it is what it is, but that's where I'm at. If you want to, with this, event going on in my team, go get Clay, go get Rick Smits, and call it a week. Honestly, that's the approach I would take. These Tuesday drops might as well not even be here. Like, yes, I get what the packs are going to be. They're going to be the same thing that was there last week, and it is what it is, but maybe the market will go down a little bit. That's about the only positive I can take from today's drop. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.